Good afternoon. It's 5 to 4, not 3, 5 to 4. Welcome. This is the 4 p.m. movement snack in its getting ready stages. We've not started yet. There's a bit of chatter and preamble to do up to that point. It's my turn on the 4 p.m.s this week. Should be with you all week. So that should be fine. And all you need on a movement snack, if you're joining in with the live, or even if you're doing your own movement snack in your own time at home, i.e. crowbarring something in, you don't really need that much space. You most definitely don't need any specialist and specialised equipamento. You just really need you, your body, a bit of space to stand on, something maybe to sit on, and a bit of external support, and you're good to go. Give me an excuse on that one to say that you can't do it. There might be I haven't got time. Time always comes into things, does it not? Afternoon, Mrs. Perry. But actually, in the time it takes to do just one thing, I mean, here in a movement snack, we do quite a few things, don't we? We do 4 or 5 stretches here in the 4 p.m, for example. And we do a good few minutes of sway routining too. But you don't need to spend that much time. Not saying that it really is that much time, is it? What, 15, 18, 16 minutes or so at times for a movement snack? Things can be even smaller chunks of time. I.e., how long does it take you to do 5 shoulder circles? I really need them today. I might just do 5 now, look, just to prove my point. Oh, I don't know what I've done, but my shoulders are really hurting, just the one. I think it might be my kind of super bad swimming stroke. I went swimming this morning. I'm not sure whether this is helping. Technically it should. One more. I think them stretches are going to come in handy as well. We will include a neck stretch today. So got up early, headed out. I was even gone out the house before David switched on to do his early movement snack this morning. Down to the gym. Went to do a spin class, but the spin class has been cancelled. I mean, how you can cancel a virtual spin class, I'm not really sure. But it wasn't on anyway, so I went in the gym, did 10 minutes on the cross trainer, you know, that thing. I felt like my mum when I did that then. And then I decided to go on the treadmill. Now, me and my knee, we don't like running at the best of times, but me and my knee even likes it less. But I thought, I'll give it a whirl today. So I did a bit of a walk and then a run for a minute, a bit of a walk and then a run for a minute and a half. Small, manageable, achievable chunks. And that helps because I'm not a runner. If I've ever thought about running, I very, very soon quickly talked myself out of it, perhaps before I've even put my trainers on. Afternoon, Carol, you're looking forward to a new sway. Vivian's in. Okay, you're doing the last mow of the lawns then before it gets too horrible outside to be bothered until next year. Afternoon, George. It's sunny in Cruden Bay, but a bit breezy. Yeah, it really is a nice day here today too. So yeah, I've been up and about since the crack of dawn today. Sunny and much warmer. Yeah, it is. It's much nicer that way, isn't it? It ticks the box, this autumnal sun. Afternoon, Bridget. Right, and it's time to go. So shoes on, shoes off, if you like. Socks on, socks off. External support, chair, space, you. However you are, and 3, 2, 1, here we go with good afternoon, welcome. This is 4 p.m. It is sway and stretch time for our 4 p.m. movement snack. Today is Monday the 25th of September 2023. Come on, let's get moving with a bit of circulation booster. Now I've got me Crocs and socks on, and it's not the bestest look in the world. Let's just move that out of the way. It's not the best look in the world. We'll see how long it lasts. Anyway, stand tall with whatever you've got on your feet, and stand with an open posture, the most open posture that you can be in. And just start pedaling the legs. If your hands are forwards, try not to let that have an effect on your shoulders. Maybe come in a little bit closer to your external support so it's not a reach away. And also keep the weight up and over your legs rather than into your arms and shoulders there. When you're ready, start picking up the knees a bit more into your steady march. Now, from seated, if you're not in the forward position of your chair already, take a moment, don't rush these hip walks. They're really crucial, important way of manoeuvring in any seated position. Whether you want to get into or out of a chair, whether you want to get onto or into or comfortable on the bed or the settee, the sofa that you're going to have a little rest on or a sleep on. So, although we just kind of use it as a bit of a transitional move, it's super important. Anyway, stay sitting tall best you can. Relax those shoulders. We're going to start the warm-up process for the shoulders now with some arm swings. Both arms in together if you would like. Otherwise, you know what to do. Just bring one arm in at a time. And that's especially if you've got any kind of balance challenges, or if you're not quite confident bringing all of your limbs in together. So the arm just brushing by your side. You should hear your clothes just rustle as they brush past. And getting the elbows out the back of you. The knees are coming up to the front slightly. The elbows are getting out the back of you as you march. This will loosen up your shoulders. Hopefully it'll loosen up my shoulders as well as a bit of neck. My swimming stroke's not that great, you see, and I think I might have kind of cricked myself in a peculiar position, hence why I'm feeling it. Keep going, maybe just take a pause with the legs if you want to, just carry on with the arms. Could even put in a bit of reaching and rowing in as well, which just bring in a bit of a trunk turn, so you might want your feet just that tiny bit wider. In standing. There we go. How does that feel? Take a bit of a shoulder roll, set the shoulders back and down. You're gonna see me probably do a little bit of head moving there. I'll really need to crack something, but it's not ready yet. Anyway, take a pause. Now, I did something quite wonderful in going into Neve's bedroom last night. And I want to try and replicate that here in the movement snack. She did give me a few funny, peculiar looks, because I kind of just, it reminded me of a little bit of kind of, you know, the murmurations that the birds make. I can't remember which species of bird it is that make all of those wonderful patterns and kind of breathing across the sky. I want to try and do something like that. So this is really free and fluid with your arm movements, with your body movements, with your sway through the legs as well. So if you want to just start moving slowly, and then just move your arms through lots of different directions. They can be doing different things, or they can be mirroring one another each side. So just do stuff. And if you want, you bring your body into it. If you want, bring a heel raise in. And just move freely. Maybe do something that we know, we can remember from previous sways. You can get a little bit lower if you would like. Just move maybe in a slow pattern, and then maybe speed one or two things up and take a rest there. What did yours look like? What did yours look like there? I tried to keep more of my feet on the floor today, maybe with the odd sneaky heel lift that I got in there. But yesterday round Eve's bedroom, I was like, oh, just stepping into it, stepping around it, low, medium, high moves. We'll bring some of those different depths and dimensions in maybe tomorrow. But this is just free for you. Just go one more time if you want. Start off with something and then just make your way around. I'm going to take a bit of a knee bend in there. Elbow high, you'll feel if your elbow's going high, maybe you're opening out the trunk a little bit. Maybe you want to bring a sway in. All of this just done from seated as well, everyone. Just move slowly, maybe have a bit of a pause, and then maybe have a little bit of a extra reach and little bit of a slight bit of quickness in there as well. So we've got slow, big, maybe small, a bit faster, and then relax. How did that feel? All right, great stuff. Okay, so we'll build maybe a bit of height, depth, knee bend, reaching, turning, lifting, twisting, bending elements into it. So hopefully you've just got your baseline there. We'll never replicate what we did the first time round, but that's not the point here. So let's take ourselves into our first stretch of today. Arms just low and floppy. Track your hands back if you're in seated. Come and join us if you're not in seated. You might want to be here for your stretch. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Feel that open out. Anything that is tight, we'll let you know. Your body will let you know about that bit. But just take it to that point of tightness and just find, just stop. Just stop in that stiffness and tension that you can feel in your muscles there. Now hold it there just for a little bit longer. If you want to relax out of it and then go back into it, feel free to do so. And maybe the next time you walk past a door frame or a cupboard or something like that, you can pop your hand against it and open out your chest in a slightly different way to stretch it. So hand on to something. It could be a bit higher if that feels better for you. And then walk your feet away and now open out. If you are still in standing, maybe you want to give this a quick go. Opening out just one side of your chest and front of shoulder at a time there. Take a pause there. I've got to get this neck stretched. I'm coming in, budge up. Right. Let's relax the shoulders. That depressing the shoulders might just give you a bit of length already. Ear towards the shoulder. Oh, goodness me, that feels tight. Starlings, thank you, George. Just come out of that stretched, fully stretched position. You might still feel a little bit of a pull there, but not so much. And bring your head down towards your collarbone. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add pressure. Add a bit of pressure just with the weight of my hand there to just open out and increase the stretch. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to make these, oh, goodness me, noises. Really opening out there. Steady as you come up because it's still kind of doing something. So slow in, slow out. And to the other side. the weight of your head should be enough to just lengthen out your neck. If you want a bit more, try and just kind of press your shoulder down a bit more, or the hand just slightly pulling there, not too much. We don't want to be kind of feeling pain. Right, out of the stretch a little bit, chin down towards the collarbone. Just got quite a nice handle here that I can put my hand onto. That really opening out now down the back of the neck. The very, very smallest, tiniest tweak of movement might bring something different in these stretches. So just move slowly. I'm just sitting here like this, look. There you go. Upper side stretch then, so hand to your shoulder. Might just need to adjust your clothing a little bit. Lift up the elbow. Oh, that pinch. Come on everyone, just feel sorry for me, please. Opening out the armpit now, and underneath that area of your underarm side of body. Reaching over the back as well, if that's enough for you. If shoulders are a little bit stubborn and elbow can only be about here, you might not want to take a full reach, or you might just want to take a small version of the full reach rather than the really fullest version of the reach. Catch your elbow on the way down just to support anything going on in that shoulder. And chop sides, swap sides. Hand to the shoulder. Hang on, let me swizz round here. Lifting up. You can do this in standing, but maybe have your feet a bit wider apart, so and knees soft, or just come into seated, or even just prop yourself against something. Just lean up against something. Lifting through the side of your body, over the back of your head, through and underneath your armpit and your back of your arm, and reaching up, or a smaller ranged reach. Up we go. Still breathing, and ease it down. There we are. Right, we've got our lower limb stretches now. So we'll, for most of you who I think you're probably in seated, let's do the back of thigh, and then we'll stand up. And you can have your standing calf stretch if you like. And we've got a seated one as well. Forward sitting position in the chair, if you please. And this is to enable the knee to be as long and as straight as it can be. Put a loose ankle on the end there of your leg. Lift up tall first. Get those shoulders away from your ears and lean into it. Now find the bite. Find the bite, which is that stretch tension. We've just felt it all in our top half muscles that we've been stretching, and now we find it down here, round at the back of the knee, up towards your hip. Maybe some of you are catching it around the hip, or maybe into your lower back a little bit, which might indicate that you've got some tightnesses in your lower back, but bear with it, breathe into it. Make sure it's not too intense. If it does feel like it's a bit too much, just back out of it a minute and just hold there for a bit longer. Maybe you'll be able to take it further in a few seconds time. Maybe not. Depends what the body gives. Sometimes it's not ready to give. Sometimes it might need a bit longer. Sometimes it's ready for you to progress the stretch. And relax, recover, ease out of it. So we got a good length of hold time there. 20, building up to maybe 30 seconds. So long leg, other side. Ease it in. Should be right perched on the edge of your chair here, but equally feeling steady with a planted foot, planted hands to support you leaning forwards. We're kind of in the middle here rather than favouring that bent leg. So try your bestest to stay in the middle, and then the stretch you will find much better. Progress. When you're ready, lift and lean. Just the smallest, as I said when we did the neck stretch, just the smallest change of your position, which you might not even notice that you've moved, can make all the difference. There we go, bring it back up and recover. And you know what, if you've just done that leg, keep that leg there, pull the toes back, and you should be into a calf stretch already. Just sitting tall. For standing, if you'd like to power yourself up to stand, power yourself up, and sorry about that, make your way over to your external support. So it's not too much of a reach or a stretch away. Split your stance, bend the front knee, keep the heel down on the back leg. Lengthening up. You'll feel it mainly in the chunky bit, the chunky monkey bit of your calf muscle. Posture's doing what it does, relaxed shoulders, bracing, supporting the body, helping you to hold that stable, steady standing position. Large stride back, but only to a point where your heel can be down on the floor. So it's not hovering or bobbling away from the ground. It's truly, well and truly planted to get the best out of it. Seated, if you're not changed sides already, there you go, into your second leg. Legs straight, knee comfortable. You might want to put a little bit of a loose bend into the knee. But there we have some calf stretching, back of thigh stretching, upper body stretching, neck tension relieving round of stretches. There we go. Yes, George, I do think you're right. Starlings. Gillian, was that a little bit like Tai Chi? Tai Chi's. Okay, there we go. Afternoon, Gillian. And Maddie's in. There we go. All done. Did you like that? And Nicola, I can see you're in as well. Okay, job done here, everybody. Thanks for joining me. It's football training night tonight. And hopefully the girls will be in good spirits and feeling a little bit good. They won't give me any trouble. Fingers crossed. All right, everyone, have a great evening. I'll be seeing you tomorrow back here for your sway and stretch.